morning of July 6, 2013, a Montreal, Maine and Atlantic train carrying 7.7 million litres of petroleum crude oil derailed not far from here, just past the Frontenac Street crossing. We must do whatever we can to make sure the events of that night, the events that devastated a town and left 47 people dead, never happen again. A crude oil train parked on a main track on a descending grade with the lead locomotive running and 7 handbrakes set. A fire begins in an engine that has been causing problems for days. Emergency responders shut off the engine, but then the air holding the locomotive brakes leaks off. Without enough force from the handbrakes, the train begins its tragic descent downhill. In all, we found 18 factors that played a role. Take any one of them out of the equation, and this accident may not have happened. The context starts with MMA, a short-line railway running its operations at the margins, choosing to lower the track speeds rather than invest more in infrastructure, cutting corners on engine maintenance and training, and then relying on employees to follow the rules. But MMA did not have a functioning SMS. It did not effectively manage risk, either in day-to-day operations or when operations changed, not when reducing crew numbers from 2 to 1, nor when transporting increasing carloads of crude oil. Yes, Transport Canada knew about some of the problems at MMA, but the follow-up wasn't always there. Instead, the focus was on making sure railway companies had an SMS, not how they were using it and whether it was effective. More still needs to be done. That is why today we are making 2 new recommendations. The first is going back to basics on train securement. Transport Canada must require railways to put in place additional physical defenses to prevent runaway trains. This could mean things like wheel chocks or modern braking technology. Our second recommendation goes back to what I just said about the role of government and the need for better oversight. It's not enough for a company to have a safety management system on paper. That SMS also has to work, to do what it was designed to do. And the best way to ensure this happens is for Transport Canada to audit railways' SMS, to audit them in sufficient depth and with sufficient frequency. A weak safety culture at MMA, poor training of employees, tank cars that didn't offer enough protection. And then Transport Canada didn't audit railways often enough and thoroughly enough to know how those companies were really managing or not managing risk. For the people of Lac Mégantic, today's report won't do anything to bring back their loved ones or to rebuild their town. We know that. We do. But we can point the way toward a better future, a safer future, one where the trains that travel through our cities and through our towns are no longer feared. Thank you.